I don't know if I'm the one you want. Should I go, or should I leave this on? Because lately I've been getting this feeling that you might like me too. And just maybe I could take a little risk for you. Make my move.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Either way, I'm so happy to have you here for today's video. I would definitely say this is more of a random clean with me. I'm kind of going to be jumping all over the place, taking care of random tasks that needed to be done, but I filmed this on a Friday. It was my boy's first full week back to school. Well, Mason went a full 5-day week and Gaines went 4 days. So even though he technically didn't go a full week, it sure felt like it. So my main goal here is to just get everything picked up, cleaned up, and ready for a good weekend. Each day is always so different for me. Sometimes I have the entire day to clean, and others I have 2 or 3 hours to take care of anything that needs to be done. On this particular day, I had dropped the boys off at school, came back home, done a few hours of work on the computer for Johnny for his business, and then I jumped in the shower, somewhat got ready and got dressed. My hair is still halfway wet here. And then I had just a little bit of time to take care of anything that needed to be done. So I'm starting off here in our rec room because Mason was actually going home with a friend this day after school, and Gaines had a friend coming home with him. So I wanted to make sure that I had this room picked up and ready to go. This is typically where the kids spend most of their time when they have friends over. So I just wanted to make sure that this room was nice and clean and picked up and ready for them to start their weekend. If you guys have kids that are in school, have they already started back, or how soon do they start back? Mason has actually been back for about a week and a half now, and Gaines started back a week ago, and everything's been going really good. They've both been loving their teachers and getting to see their friends every day, which I'm so thankful for. But I had a little bit of a mom fail this week, and I thought I would share it with y'all just to make you feel a little bit better about yourself. One thing I'll say about my boys' schools, both of their schools, they jump right in when school starts back. I feel like when I was a kid, you always had kind of like a week or two before you really started having like a lot of homework or tests or anything like that. But both of my boys, Mason is in 8th grade and Gaines is in 2nd. And both of them had 2 tests their first week back to school. Mason studied really hard and made great on both of his, and I was so proud of him. And then Gaines had worked really hard as well on his. And Gaines also had a little homework packet that was a few pages, and it was sent home on Tuesday and due back Friday. So he had been so responsible and sat at the kitchen table early on in the week and had his homework completed and ready to turn back in on Friday. So I take them to school Friday, I'm doing all of this, I pick them up on this afternoon, or I pick Gaines up, and I'm like, how was your day? He was like, good, I think I did great on my test. I'm like, awesome. Well, he waits till this night to say, hey mom, when I checked my backpack for my homework today to turn it in, it wasn't in there. And I was like, oh my gosh. And he said, I don't know where it was. And so I just ran to the kitchen, and sure enough, there was his little homework packet sitting on the table. It had been ready for days to turn in, and I forgot to put it in his folder. And y'all, I literally just started crying. And I know that might sound so silly, but just the thought of him like making sure that that homework was done, and then imagining how he felt when he went and opened his backpack to turn it in and it wasn't there, it literally broke my heart. On top of that, he said he didn't receive his bonus point for doing his homework because he obviously didn't have it to turn in. So I cried so bad. I felt horrible. I just thought I'd been doing such a good job all week. I had been getting up early and like making him little bento box lunches and putting him sweet notes and all this kind of stuff in there. I thought I was like on top of everything. And no, I have never in my life forgot to send anything like that back in his folder. And somehow I just completely forgot. So that wrecked me. I felt so bad. I felt like the biggest failure. I started my mom telling her, because I just could not stop crying. I felt so bad. And she was like, we're all human. It happens. And so I just told Gaines, I was like, listen, mommy's going to need your help. I have a lot on my mind all the time. And I need you to start reminding me, like, hey, mom, did you put it in there? Or, you just go ahead and put it in there when it's complete, and we'll go ahead and turn it in, because I just pray that nothing like that ever happens again. I know it probably will, but it made me feel so bad. Now we're heading into the guest bathroom to give it a quick clean. I'm not gonna lie, with the amount of boys that are constantly coming in and out of this bathroom, it is very hard to keep it clean. I do the best I can, but we have a lot of kids in our neighborhood. Our kids are constantly having friends over, and this bathroom gets used a lot. So boys are not always the cleanest in the bathroom, but I try to keep it, as clean as I can, especially when I know they're having kids over and it's actually planned out. I'll definitely come in here and give it a good little refresh. As I had mentioned earlier, Gaines had a friend coming home with him from school this day, so I just picked them up a few things from Walmart to sit out on the counter here to have ready when they come in from school. Gaines is obsessed with any type of air dry clay. He goes through so much of this stuff. As I showed y'all in my last video, he's constantly making little figures and stuff with them. And I just grabbed a bunch of random little snacks and popcorn and candy. I just thought this would be something really sweet for them to walk into after school. I know they have to be exhausted. It is so hard to get back on a school schedule, and we have not quite got bedtime down yet either. My boys have been staying up way too late for school nights, but we're working on it, and we'll probably get it down about the time it's ready for school to get out. Mason was going to stay the night with a friend, and I didn't want him to have to carry around an extra bag at school all day because they already have enough stuff to keep up with. So I told him I would pack him a bag while he was at school and drop it off to them as soon as school got out. So that's what I'm doing here. I told y'all it was a very random day, but I just thought I would share everything I was doing so you guys could get the true glimpse of a day in my life.
All the words you never said, all the questions
water fountain is one of the most used things in our house, and I cannot recommend it enough. I know from time to time people will give a comment like, what in the world, why do you have that in your house? Or sometimes kids will walk in our house and be like, what is that? But our house will always be a house that kids are welcome. We love having our kids and all of their friends here. I will never say no to the entire team coming home with Mason from a basketball game. I just cherish all of those memories that we get to make with them, and I know one day we'll look back and be so thankful for them. But with that being said, when you have a ton of kids in your house all the time, you know, kids are constantly wanting drinks and you have cups everywhere. So with this, they can just help themselves to the water fountain whenever they get thirsty, and it just makes life so much easier on everybody.
Still got the Pepper Girl. Right here. Look.
Say hi, Pepper.
She's still here.
I love you. Be careful. You can never truly see how nasty our floors are on camera, but I promise you they were awful. It has been raining a lot, so the kids and Pepper have been tracking in so much grass and dirt, so I wanted to give it a quick vacuum in here. It really needed a mopping, and I did not have time to do that today, so I just did the best that I could, but I'm just gonna run this over the floors really quickly.
You take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah. I think I need a minute to figure out my limits. You cross them more than once, yeah. You take my love for granted.
I'm really excited to share my next video with you guys because I will be tackling my boys' bedrooms, specifically their closets and dresser drawers. They are out of control. Half of the stuff in there doesn't fit them anymore. Nothing is organized at all anymore. So I'm gonna be doing their closets and drawers and doing some decluttering, organizing, hanging everything up. I ordered Mason some new hangers to try out a different system in his closet. So I'm very excited to share that with you guys. But also I love getting recommendations from y'all. So if you have anything that you would like me to include in an upcoming video, please tell me in the comments below. Now I've picked Gaines up from school, and I went ahead and got Mason's school stuff from him when I gave him his bag. So I'm just clearing them out. These are the little joke cards that I've been putting in Gaines' lunch. The front has a joke, and then the back you can write a note. I bought a pack of them off Amazon. I'll have them linked below, but he's really been liking those. But I try to wash the boys' stuff, like their backpacks and lunch boxes, randomly throughout the school year as I can. But that's hard to do every single week. So now that it's the weekend, I'm clearing them out, wiping them down with the Branch Basics cleaner, and then I'm going to spray them down with hypochlorous acid to disinfect them. I shared this in my last video. I have been using this on everything in my house, especially with all the sickness that's going around right now. I have heard so many cases of flu and stuff going around the school already, so we're just trying to wipe everything down the best we can.
Nothing more to say, let's just waste away. One more time is all we need. A bitter truth to face, not that innocent. We know what we did. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kinda
The last thing I'll be doing is refilling our ice machine with water. I try to keep this filled up pretty well, but I had let it completely run out without even realizing it, and we use this thing like crazy. I cannot recommend it enough. But I just want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I appreciate you being here more than you know, and I will see y'all in the next one.
Spreading color around us. We're lighting up the sky.